Page 133, this is a review worksheet for Unit 9, whatever it is. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not, but it's in the book, so here we go. And I'm not going to go through all of these. You can do that yourself. Number one, they want you to identify the major scale that goes. And how do you do that? And they want you to put in the fingering for the scale. Well, if you've been doing the scales, then you could, that's fine. Haven't been doing the scales, you might have a problem. But as far as what major scale it is, that's according to the key signature. So what is the major scale for these? They're all sharps. Remember the rule, if you're not sure, you don't know what the key is when it's a sharp in the key signature, you say take the last sharp given and you go up one note on the piano and that's your key. So in the first one, the last sharp is a G sharp up here. It doesn't matter which G sharp it is, it's here. If you go up one note, it's here. That's the key. It's in the key of A major. Also, another way of doing it, looking at these, all of these are starting, they may not end on it, but they're starting on their first, on step one. So if you know the name of the note, they're showing you, like that first one's an A, that's the key too. They're starting on it. I think it's better if you just know the scales, and that way you can say, what scale uses three sharps, and I just know it's A major, because I can do it in my head. What scale is that? A major. And you go through and do all the scales. As far as the fingering goes, with the right hand, it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 1. 1. So the thumb's playing here and here. Then the other fingers are doing the others. And for the left hand, it's the thumb plays the D and the A. We're in A major, so you can do it. We're starting with little finger. Okay, you end with little finger, but or start with it here, and then the thumb's going to play here, and then the thumb plays here. So the E and the A, the thumb plays those, and the other fingers do the others. So you do that with all the scales. They're all the same fingering, actually. Because you have the D major is the same fingering, and the E major is the same fingering, and the G major is the same fingering. Number 2, they want you to identify the major key by writing the name of the key in the line above the staff, and you put the Roman numeral name for the given triad in that key in the line below. Okay, well, let's see what we're getting. We know they're all major keys. We don't have any minor keys here. It's all major keys. And we know that because it's in the instructions. So first, what is the key? Well, to find the key, you look at the key signature. Now these are all sharps. Remember, with a sharp, just take the last sharp up one note on the piano, and that's the key. So this first one is a C sharp. I go up one note on the piano, that's a D. That's the key, D major. So I put a D, capital D, capital. Not lowercase. A lowercase d implies minor. Use a capital D. You don't need the capital M after D. The major's implied, just a capital D. Then as to which chord this is in that scale, we'll start on key here and then go to the bottom note, and it's an F sharp. So it's a hit 1, 2, 3, because you're here. I can come down here. 1, 2, 3. So it's the third step. So you put in a lowercase 3, lowercase i's, because the third step in a major scale is minor. You know, I go here. The third step is a minor. Review these just briefly. The major chords in a major scale are 1, 4, and 5. All the others are minor except the 7th. Remember the 7th? It's that black sheep in every family. This is it. And the 7th is a diminished. So you got 3 majors, 3 minors, and a diminished. So in here, if it's a major chord, use a capital I or a capital Roman numeral. If it's minor, use lowercase Roman numeral. And if it's the diminished, you use the lowercase Roman numeral with a little circle behind it. You just figure them all out that way. Confused yet? Well, let's do one more just for kicks and giggles. That second one. 3 sharps. The last sharp given is a G sharp, so I go up one note, it's an A. So we're in A major. The chord is here. You have a here, here. Well, the bottom note's a G sharp. The chord is A major. We're one less. It's 7th. So that is a 7th chord. Remember, 7th in a major scale is diminished. So I'm going to use a lowercase VII, 7, with a little circle for 7 diminished for the second one. You do them all the same way. Have a ball. You just love it. I know you will. But I'm bored, so I'm going on. So number 3 on page 134, or whatever page it is in your book, identify the major key's signature by writing the name on the line, and then write the notes of the major scale in the staff using whole notes. They want you to write the sharps or flats from the key signature in front of the appropriate note. Well, technically that's incorrect, but hey, it's a worksheet. We'll just do it, okay? They didn't say where to start the scale. They didn't say how many octaves. I don't know what they want. I assume they want 2 octaves or 1 octave or what they want. I don't know what they want. I'm assuming you can always go back to pages 124, 25, 26, whatever, if you need some help on this. Hopefully you kind of know this, though. So figure out the major scale. Again, they're sharps except for the one with nothing. You know that's C major already, I hope. But with sharps, remember, take the last sharp in the key signature and go up 1 key on the piano. So C sharp here, first one, go up 1 key. It's a D, so it's a key of D major. All right. Then they want you to do the notes in the scale. And I don't know how many octaves or whatever, but you're going to do whole notes, and you're going to start on a D, and you're going to end on a D, and you're going to do all the notes, just go up the scale, boom. And then if you want, you can go back and add the sharps in front of the F sharp and the C sharp, because there's 2 sharps, you can see them there. So add a sharp in front of the whole notes that are F's and C's. And they're all done the same way. Then number 4 at the bottom of the page, identify the key by writing the name on the line, blah, blah, blah. Using whole notes, write the triad indicated in the Roman numeral. Oh, isn't this nice? This is similar to the one on the previous page at the bottom, except here you got to write in the note. There, they give you the notes, you had to write in the chord number. So first identify the key. Well, hopefully by now you're getting the idea that when they're all sharps, you just take the last sharp given, you go up 1 key on the piano, and that's it. So in that first one, it's an F sharp. That's the last sharp given. It's the only one. Go up 1 key. It's a G. So that's the key of G major. That tells you what to put in the top lines, the keys. Then you got to figure out what chord is that. They want a 2 chord in the key of G major. Well, G major here, and the 2 chord is here. So you simply use a chord, but you got to use the notes in that key. So those are the, so you put in whole notes on these. Where you can go down here if you want. You want all the notes within the staff because that's a bass clef, you write them down here. And the second one, well, the last sharp is a D major. D sharp, excuse me. So that key is E major. So you're going to use the notes in E major. And they want a 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to start on 4 and build a triad using the notes in E major. E major has an F sharp, or C sharp. So those are the notes there. But again, it's bass clef, so you may want to write them down here. I guess all of these are bass clef here. So you go through and you figure out the chord of the key, and I don't know. Let's do that last one. 7 diminished. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature. You know that's C major, I hope. So 7 diminished is just the 7th step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Build a chord on that. Every other note in the scale. And it is a 7 diminished. The 7 steps diminished automatically. That's what it is. So it's just these notes. So it's these 3 notes with no sharps or flats in front of them or nothing. You're just doing that. Well, it's kind of hard. Oh no, 7 diminished? What's this? Nah, it's all right. Let me know if you have questions.